Hello lovers of the world, this is Sinta speaking. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to an episode of Single Spotlight. In this video, I'll be talking about my thoughts on some recent K-pop comebacks. So let's get into it. First, Solarize by Lunar Solar. Now, Lunar Solar is a rookie group who debuted last year, and this is one of their first songs I've heard, Da Da Da, which I know I jumped the gun in regards to comparing songs to other songs. I've been trying to do less of that as much as I can, but let's just say that this song wouldn't exist if ITZY's debut song Dala Dala wasn't such a success. Da Da Da, the title track of the single project, is definitely within the same genre, or at least taking a lot of inspiration, a lot of artistic cues from ITZY's Dala Dala. The title track is fine, I guess, but I don't know, it's a bit forgettable, especially considering that when I listen to it, all I can hear is Dala Dala, and if I wanted to listen to Dala Dala, then I would just listen to Dala Dala, not a knockoff. It's a little better than their debut song, but I don't know, it's not that interesting, and the other songs in the single project isn't really interesting either. It's very forgettable. But you know who isn't forgettable? One of the members has caught my eye, so I'll be keeping an eye on this group because Uso, the main rapper and lead vocalist, is kind of cool. I like her a lot, so hopefully their company is kind enough to give them better songs in the future. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know, underwhelming comeback. Alright, next song is Next Level by Espa. Okay, I think it's a decent follow-up to their debut song Black Mamba, but by no means does it surpass it. I do love their Tron Legacy futuristic sci-fi action movie vibes in the music video and musicality. The song itself is kind of subdued. It feels cinematic, of course. How can it not be cinematic when SM Entertainment basically ripped it straight from the Fast and Furious movie soundtrack? But it's not in your face. Speaking of the Fast and Furious soundtrack, I was a bit disappointed when I found out that this song was just a remake, so the song doesn't feel as unique or special, which is probably why they shoehorned that weird verse towards the end in to set them apart from the original song. Now, it's hard to say whether Aespa's version is objectively better than the original, because both songs serve different purposes. The original version of Next Level was meant to be a background diegetic sound for a movie. The song is a good fit for it, whereas Aespa's version had to stand on its own, so it had to have an extra oomph to take that original quality to the next level, if you will. However, what bothers me slightly is that Espa has incredible vocalists. Their delivery is clear, punchy, and sassy. To me, that was enough to make the song better. That was enough to elevate the song. That weird verse really wasn't that necessary. It takes you out of the universe that the song has spent nearly 2 minutes creating, only to drop you to an entirely different new world for like 30 seconds, and then back to the original world. I don't know. In other songs, like I'm thinking I Got a Boy by Girls' Generation or even Zimzalabim, they do kind of like a similar technique, but in those songs, in those contexts work because the song itself is just crazy, whereas Next Level isn't crazy. It sounds like a normal song up until that verse. So I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Regardless, the song has been steadily growing on me because Aespa's vocals are seriously hard carrying this shit to the next level. I just wish that SM Entertainment found other ways for the song to go through. Like if they wanted to make it different to the original song, they could have easily done something different. I don't know. My onion. However, anyway, it's a good song. I've been loving Ning Ning's vocals in this. They're just so good. And all the members are so sassy and they have such charisma that I think it really just elevates the song from like a weird song to an only, I don't know, I can't explain it. Anyway, moving on to the next project / single, A Page by Yuchi. So Yuchi, a member of the girl group G-Idol, had her solo debut with 2 songs, Giants and Bonnie and Clyde. Giants has the energy of a mainstream pop song performed with a live band in a concert. You find those YouTube videos of K-pop idols performing live in a concert, and instead of having their usual background instrumental played over the speakers. They just get like a live band because they just have the budget for it. That's what I'm feeling in Giants. Like I like the song obviously, but I just thought it was like a really interesting vibe. It's a good song. I like it. But Bonnie and Clyde is hands down the better song in my onion. It drips with 80s pop diva energy, and I really love how they could make the most of Yuchi's vocal range with how low she can go, and with the chorus reaching the zenith of drama. It feels really powerful, and it really does feel like Yuchi is ready to die for you. So I think this was a really impactful solo debut, and I'm really looking forward to what the company does with it. I don't think she would have been able to do a song like this if she didn't debut. Like, I don't think she could have done what she did in the songs in the G-Idol song, because it's just not G-Idol's image. But because this is her only, then it's like she has the freedom to actually pursue different musical concepts and like challenge herself to perform in a different way than what she usually does in her group. So I think that's really cool. Alright, next up is Butter by BTS. Right off the bat, I love this more than Dynamite. I don't want to talk about Dynamite. I am 100% certain that Dynamite was written to be a Samsung advertisement, even if they don't come right out and say it, which is how much the freaking thing plays. Anyway, that's my conspiracy theory. But Butter actually feels like it was planned to be an actual song. Like, I don't really know how I can explain how I came to that conclusion. Those are just the vibes that I got. I guess I just felt more genuineness from Butter than I did with Dynamite. And like, I know I'm comparing Dynamite and Butter a lot, but I can't help it when Dynamite was their most recent English song too, you know? Like, how can I not make the comparison? But yeah, anyway, my criteria for good pop music has always been that it should make you feel a certain kind of joy, a special brand of euphoria, as if you can do like whatever you want. Like, you could like run through, like you can jump from one building to the other, you know? I just feel like that's what pop music should be able to do. And I feel that way with Butter. The lyrics are catchy despite being cheesy, and the chorus is really sweet. I like BTS's delivery here. And I'm a big fan of vocal line, right? I'm not really into like hip hop, no offense to rap line, but I love listening. I love that I can hear Jin in this. I don't know. I still have the wounds from being a Jin bias stan from like 2016 to like 17. I think the song ends too soon. Like, to me, it sounds like J-Hope should have had a longer rap verse, and then the song abruptly cuts off. I don't know if that was intentional. Like, they did that on purpose so that you would feel compelled to replay the song again because you're like, oh, why did that song end so quickly? I want to listen to it again. It's like psychological almost, like, because that's exactly what happens to me. I'm like, why does it end so soon? I want to hear more of the chorus. I think the song could have benefited from a bit more rearranging and maybe an additional final chorus just to tie things off neatly. So I don't know who arranged this, but that's just my thoughts on it. I still like it regardless. I just think it could have been improved upon. The next song is My Attitude by Wooju Sonyo The Black. Wooju Sonyo The Black is a subunit from the girl group Wooju Sonyo, who I am a big fan of. They had their other subunit debut, I think the year before, Chocomi. I didn't really like that one, but props to them for trying out something new. Wooju Sonyo The Black is much better, or at least I prefer it over Chocomi. I love Easy. It's about to make me act up, yo. I love the sass and the attitude just dripping from the song. The delivery is so sensual and subtly confident. It's very elegant. Like, they're confident, but they don't need to be so boisterous and loud about it. The way they move, the way they say things is just enough for you to know they're that bitch. And I love the music video as well. The sexual tension between the members playing the cops versus the members playing the criminals is very palpable. And I think it's very something I haven't really seen a lot in K-pop, I guess. Like, I just thought it was cool. Like, pitting both like two members with the other is kind of cute. The B-side, Kiss My Lips, I feel like would have been the title track in a different universe, but I really am glad and I applaud their decision that they chose Easy instead, because I feel like Easy just offers a lot more in the landscape of K-pop right now. I feel like if Kiss My Lips was the title track, I would have just brushed it off. I would have been disappointed. I would have been like, can you do something else? I think it's cool. Like, I mean, it's kind of like in line with what they did with Chocomi, the other subunit. Like, Chocomi did a concept that wasn't really being done in K-pop right now. The whole like Catalina-esque sound, campy, over the top, cutesy to like saccharine levels of like, my eyes, you know. So I think they're not really doing anything too experimental or outside of the box, but I do appreciate the little things that they do to kind of still make sure that the group members still stand out. They still probably have one more subunit to go. I'm gonna predict now that I have a feeling it's going to be like that subunit is gonna have like a ballad, just because Yeonjung's gonna be in there, and Yeonjung is a great vocalist, so I feel like she's just like set up to be a ballad singer along with Dawon, who is also their main vocalist. So we'll see how that goes. My Last Melody by Everglow, another 3-track single project. Okay, basically this is gonna be long. If this song was given to a boy group, I would have roasted that boy group for days. But the title track first slaps on Everglow. When I heard that Everglow was coming back, I kind of knew that whatever the song was gonna sound like, it wasn't going to top or be as good as La Di Da. So I kind of just accepted that whatever was gonna come out is gonna be like I wasn't going to just immediately love it the way I did with La Di Da. However, after listening to the title track, I still feel the same. Like, it's not great. It's not better than La Di Da, for sure. I was actually super neutral to it in my first listen, but after a few days, I've decided now that I love it. Sonically, it is everything about the song. Everything about the song is so sonically gendered as a quote-unquote boy group sound. Like, right off the bat, they sound like they're operating on the same genre conventions as what ATEEZ typically operates within. It's definitely an interesting contrast. I mean, Everglow is not a stranger to using boy group sounds before, for sure, with the likes of Dandan and Player, who had like a more boisterous and I guess masculine sounding sonic landscapes. First, alongside the other songs similar to this, has similar vibes with how they're creating a very dense, multi-layered experience, and you need many listens to figure out what's actually going on. Truthfully, I think their vocal and rap line is just good enough that they can match the energy of the song. The song is very hype, and like usually I wouldn't like these. Usually I wouldn't like songs like these, but like something about it just kind of hits different. I think it might be because I'm really biased towards Everglow. Shihyun and Mia are carrying a lot. But I do like the occasional pop of cute delivery from Onda. She'll like, every now and then she'll like pop in and say something like a cute little line, and I'll be like, it provides a little pop and contrast to an otherwise like very heavy, dramatic, and like song. I'm also very grateful that they gave the sender position to Onda instead of Mia for a change. Not that Mia doesn't deserve her solo moments. I think she is a very talented young lady. Honestly, she might be a little too talented, because like sometimes it just feels like she is the right person to be given all these like solo dances and like all these like vocal lines, but then it's like the other members are kind of just there to like support her. So I appreciate that the company is doing a bit more to make sure that the other girlies, who are also charismatic performers, get their like turn in the spotlight. So in this comeback, it's Onda, with Onda at the front during the dance break, which is sick, by the way. Onda and Yerin are my biases. I feel pretty satisfied with their parts in this comeback. So the rest of the songs in My Last Melody are great too. I especially like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which sounds like it would belong in a Carly Rae Jepsen album, specifically dedicated. If you listen to the album, you'll know exactly what I mean. The next EP I'm going to be talking about is Stadium by STAYC. I feel like I should like ASAP more because it has everything I usually like in a girl group title track. The song is cute, catchy, and upbeat. The music video is bright and colorful, and the dance looks super fun to learn. However, while the song ASAP is enjoyable, I will have to say that So Bad was a better song. I do mourn that STAYC didn't explore a more emotional and dramatic style that So Bad introduced in their debut. ASAP is still a cute song, and it displays STAYC's vocal talents in a new and different way from their previous songs, so that's pretty good. I find the deep cuts a lot more compelling, with Love Fool as the best song of the three. I don't really know how I feel about the So Bad remix. I think it did help me realize that I prefer the original, but I do like the creativity that went into making the remix. The next single is Ring Ring by Rocket Punch. So the title track is of the same name. Ring Ring is a great title track. And while I've been conditioned to expect a synthwave song after the sudden rise of the genre in the past few years, I was very, very pleasantly surprised to find that Ring Ring is actually a lot more synth pop than synthwave. I think a lot of people, myself included, forgot just how much of an earworm synth pop songs could be, and it was a pretty common sound to find within K-pop, but lately I guess it's been overshadowed by the newer and more shinier genres that have emerged lately. So it's great to see that it's still making its rounds even after all this time. Ring Ring's post-chorus sounds like a shinier, brighter version of the chorus from Take On Me by British new wave band Aha. If you don't know what that song sounds like, please give it a listen. It's a great song. Rocket Punch's vocalists are really great. Their vocal colors are really pretty and bright. I especially love Sooyeon's voice, which I think is ballad song material, but works well in the context of a pop song. It's dramatic without being too overpowering for a song like Ring Ring, and it's sweet and fresh like a glass of strawberry juice. The two other songs in the single is more subdued. I Want You So Bad is your typical sad love song that I still like, and Ride carries on that retro-esque vibe introduced in the title track. Also really, really good. Overall, it's a really, really great comeback. And the final single that we are talking about today is Promise's 9-Way Ticket, which has 3 songs like Everglow, Rocket Punches, and Lunar Solar's comebacks. Promise 9 is seriously a criminally underrated girl group, honestly. They have been releasing great EPs and singles since their debut, and I'm really confused as to why they still haven't blown up in the way that they should be blowing up. It may be winter in New Zealand, but the title track We Go makes me feel like hot girl summer is happening everywhere. It's literally one of the best summer bops I've heard in a while. It's fun, carefree, but still mindful of the real world, and has a deeper message than just, yeah, let's have fun in the sun. It's about how we may not be able to have trips to exotic faraway places or do extraordinary activities or go to these events, but it doesn't matter because even just sitting at home with you is enough. Being with you is enough. I just think it's a really sweet sentiment to have, and it proves that you can still produce fun, lighthearted art while keeping in mind that the pandemic is still ongoing. And the music video, I think, is a really great supplementary tool to drive home this particular message. I love the visuals and it's just a really cool concept, and everybody looks stunning in it. The deep cuts to the single are all in similar quality, which is to say they're all great. I love that they all seem to have a particular sound, with Airplane and Promise having something that kind of carries on the musicality introduced in their last EP, My Little Society, released last year. I love this release for real, and I really hope that Promise gets more recognition over time. And yeah, I think I'll stop right there. That's all I have for now, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you so much for listening. If you like my videos, please press the like button, and if you want to hear more of my thoughts and opinions, you can go ahead and subscribe. I post videos every Monday, and all my social media links, including my Instagram, my Twitter,